Well, thank you for continuing watching this third video that I'm making for January 13th until I get 50 subscribers where I can start a live stream, or until I figure out the rest of the situation on my computer and get this set up where I can do a full video live stream off the computer. Then this is what we're gonna have to do, one video, two video. But like I said, today for January 13th, there's a lot to say because I have questions for these people. They're misleading you. You're already going on a roller coaster. You're confused, you're stumbling. And this is all while you're trying to recover and find sobriety, and where the spiritual warfare is going on, that you're awakening to and having to realize that why you've been drinking and why you've suppressed it all these years. Because the state has attacked us spiritually over all these years and misled us away from more God, like this book has from the beginning, how it talked about God, then it led you away into the following state philosophies and beliefs, and then how this guy, now he's talking about, I was hung up on old religious ideas. No, the old religious ideas, he's trying to, all the religious ideas that Lord God says, fix your life, do not follow the state and false idols, do not worship greed, watch out for your neighbors. All that stuff has been neglected because now their neighbors become just their AA member groups in their meetings, or their family, immediate family. They're basically, it's a whole process, and I haven't read through this book, so we'll find out later as the days go on, but it's an isolation. They're isolating this guy away from the world, society, and what reality is, and what the spiritual awakening, because that's what Lord God speaks about. In order to be spiritual awakening and able to communicate with anyone and everyone like Lord God wants his people to be able to do, then you have to go out into the world. You can't hide from it like this book tries to tell you to behave so far. And that's where you can't fall back on Lord God at the very end. Like, oh, it's God, we're looking for God's mercy. No, God hates repeated sin. So when you're repeating your sin over and over and over, God hates that. And he doesn't listen to sinners' prayers. So that's what spiritualness you have to awaken. And that's what the state doesn't want you to hear of what's written in. As this guy said, the big book guided me and was all right. Did the big book guide him? What is this big book he's talking about? Because the Holy Bible is what I'm speaking of. And he wants to mislead you and send you on the big book. So what big book is this guy talking about? It could be any book in the whole wide world that he's talking about that you favor, or that someone else favors that isn't a Christian, that may be an atheist and is trying to go through sobriety, but that's where they need to acknowledge their situation. It's a spiritual situation they're going through. It isn't, oh, I just get to decide, I just feel like drinking today and I don't feel like drinking. No, it isn't a choice they made. It's a choice they're choosing to hide from other things. And that's what situation you're all in.